think we're live. So yeah, you can see the see the screen share on Skype. It might not be great frame rate, but it should be a lot sooner than what you'll see from Twitch.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it pretty clearly.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just starting off here at the very beginning of Mines of Mars. Literally right as the ship lands, and yeah, gotta figure out what exactly to do.
Yeah, there's sort of a captain's report in the beginning that tells you what the casualties were on the ship, and there's a breach in the hull and all that when you land.
Of course, get to an alien planet. First thing we do, of course, is to shoot our guns.
Oh yeah, can't be without that. And it's basically dual stick controls.
Got a little friendly robot here. Touch the portal in the center of the city. I guess, I don't know, this robot's giving me the backwards emoticon. I'm not a huge fan of backwards emoticons. Now he's scared.
The sideways. Oh, you shot him?
Yes.
Why'd you shoot him?
Because he did the backwards emoticon. I don't like that. You
Wow.
know, I like you know? He says he's crass. Okay, you know what?
Okay, he is crass. Yeah, now he's really crass. He's gonna be upset.
I just shot him a few times. It seemed to be just a flesh wound.
Flesh wound on a robot. Got it.
Even better.
Okay. So you made it past the evil robot in the beginning.
Yes.
Not really evil.
Okay, I apparently have teleported in and I've teleported back out.
You want me to talk about the game a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Mines of Mars is a atmospheric procedural mining game, and it actually started out as a game called Jetpack Miner, and it's developed by WikiWare, and I got involved after there was a beta for Jetpack Miner, and I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was kind of unique for a mining game on mobile currently, and the fact they were using jetpacks and all sorts of weapon upgrades was totally unique for mining style games. And this was like over a year ago. I'm trying to think when we announced Mines of Mars like last May or something. And basically what I did is I said, hey, I'd love to work with you guys, and basically I want to completely redo all the graphics. So it started basically. Did you just die?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I decided to go talk to the machine. It's not even a machine. I decided to go talk to the strange alien creature, and
He just ate you.
yes.
Basically. Okay. Yeah, there's kind of an evil thing next to the pit, and the pit is where you can gamble. But you want to save up a lot of minerals before you start doing that, otherwise you're going to lose all your stuff.
Well, that's a problem. And apparently
Yeah.
I'm a clone?
You are now.
Well. So if I manage to beat the game without without dying, I wouldn't be a clone?
If you beat the game, you actually become something else that is neither a clone or anything. So I can't say what it is. There's a nice secret at the very end. But it's sort of Tom Cruise. What's that movie? It's sort of Oblivion-esque. How you become a clone each time. Because if you lose your fuel, if you run out of fuel, and you're down in the mine, you can't get back up, so they clone you. Or if you get killed by a monster, they clone you. So every time you're a clone.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm talking to this robot now. I've decided to make friends instead of shooting it, and he's saying he's equipped with tons of useful stuff. What kind of useful stuff? You used to have a sonar depth reader, but it fell off during the trip down here. Okay, well, good job.
Yeah, each robot has certain things that they'll tell you. There are a bunch of robots scattered through the mines, and each one has their own little specialty. Some will tell you where minerals are. Some will tell you clues for other parts of the story. So you want to talk to each one to find out little details.
Good.
And don't shoot them.
Okay, I won't shoot him anymore.
Good. So what I'm trying to figure out where you are right now. You just kind of okay. You're next to the pit. And do you have the first pickaxe?
Yeah. This is a fresh start.
Right. Did you actually play the game before this Twitch, or is this your first time?
This is pretty much my first time. I've only really messed around a bit.
Okay. So yeah, first thing you want to do is go down and find some bronze and some iron, so you can get back up there and get the bronze pickaxe.
Okay, so and I see. There's a little open area to the left here. How exactly do I like do I have to like, collect materials or?
Yeah, so I'm having a hard time actually seeing your screen, but it looks like so you're breaking a block right now, and you'll see some blocks actually have minerals in them. I don't see any on your screen right now, but if you see one, you'll notice it looks different than the others if it has a mineral in it. So you can actually tap on any blocks that have minerals in them, and it'll tell you what type of mineral it is.
Okay.
So when you see one, you'll know, because it'll look totally different.
Oh, I think I see one here.
Oh, actually, that's a it's like a treasure chest.
Oh, that kind of green one to the right?
Yeah. So when you get that, something will pop up and say you just got. Okay, so you got a bunch of iron.
And do I
so you just close that out. Yep. So you just close that out where it says close.
And I see that I have iron and I've got some filled up inventory. See if I can't find some this bronze and these materials here.
Yeah, bronze is a little bit harder to find, but you need to find it. That's the one that you need to get the bronze pickaxe. But also there's sort of a secret tunnel to your. If you go back up into the right, there's a tunnel that goes down into the first sort of corridor, like scary corridor, where the first boss is.
Like where I'm at right now?
So you're still sort of near the offering pit, which is where you gamble. But if you go up, you go back down and then over to the right where you first started, where you poured it in, and up. Yeah, keep going.
What's this thing about?
Down.
Oh, that's just light.
It's a large glowy light.
That's all I'm gonna get?
That's all you're gonna get. Okay, so there's the thing. Okay, so right there. There's the bronze.
Nice.
So grab that bronze. He's gonna talk about what you just got. Can't really actually read it from here, but
I'm playing this on the Retina Mini. Might be
oh, right. Yes.
So small here for the stream. Usually scaling it down.
Yep. But he'll tell you something, and probably telling you to bring materials back to the smelter or the gem cutter. So anyway, if you go down there, more bronze. Grab that bronze. You can. Yeah, I had to actually make the bronze more visible, because before it was like the same color as the blocks and no one could find it. So that was starting to annoy people. So we did a quick update. It got it approved. So now you can actually see it. There's like a nice little shadow under the bronze.
Give me the bronze.
Yeah, actually your inventory is starting to really fill up there. So once you've got some more bronze, you should go back up to the whatchamacallit. You can stay on that bronze block. Uh-oh.
Now I've actually shot monsters that I should be shooting.
Yes, I see that. I'm watching it at 2 frames per second, so I'm not like totally up to date. but I saw that you did shoot some stuff, and sometimes if you shoot creatures, they'll give you either health or fuel, as you can see there, which is sort of like Metroid when they give you energy.
There we go. Yes, I has fuel now.
Nice.
Also, I has more bronze.
Awesome. And you see that little lizard that you just fell on? You can shoot him too. He's not going to attack you, but if you need to get extra stuff, there are a bunch of little... Oh, watch out for that guy. Nice. Oh my gosh, wow. Your mine's pretty infested with monsters, looks like.
Well, you know, it's a good thing I have this gun. Can I shoot this butterfly? Yes, I can!
Yes, you can.
Explore alien worlds and kill everything.
Okay, so now if you hang out right there, now you go left.
The crafter is smelt. Gems.
You want to smelt.
I want to smelt.
Let's
He who
smelt.
smelted dealt it.
Yeah, we gotta go past the gem cutter.
Smelt. With a period.
I'm actually gonna try to watch the Twitch on the actual website of Twitch versus on Skype.
Well, on Twitch, the only problem is there's the famous Twitch delay of about forever. So you'll be a bit behind. Yeah, let's see. So.
Okay.
Oh, I need an opal stone to craft a bronze pickaxe.
Okay, so tap on that. Tap. Oh my gosh, I forgot the opal. My bad. Usually there's a lot of opal around in the beginning area.
Well, it's time to go back in and, you know, let's hope that the creatures are ready for me to shoot them, and mine their opal.
That's right. And actually the creatures mine too. They'll be down there trying to build up their resources and get more powerful as the longer you play. So they actually get stronger throughout the game.
Oh, well done.
Well then. Yeah, so you kind of... I don't want to say you want to rush through the game, but you want to try to get through it because creatures are down there mining stuff. You'll see them, like sometimes you'll see a creature digging a rock and breaking stuff, and they'll take all that for themselves.
Oh, I have to shoot. There we go.
Whoa. Was that a little beetle thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. There's a little frog. Okay, there's something... Okay, another beetle over there. Oh, this is... Whatever... For some reason, when you created this game, it's vicious compared to the one I just created. Like, mine was so... I hardly had any enemies to fight. It's sort of random. Well, it is random how it creates it, so you might get more or less. And the placement of all the minerals and all the blocks is totally random every time. Just like, you know, any of the other procedural games.
Alright, I scored some opal.
Nice.
Sounds, I scored some opal.
Sound like a dealer, but an opal dealer. Or such a thing.
Where's that opal, man?
You still got plenty of room in your inventory too, which is nice. Yeah, so you upgrade your bin size throughout the game because you want to carry more and more. And you also upgrade your heat shield. As you go down further, it gets much hotter. So you kind of reach a limit where it starts to, it'll say warning, warning, and you have to get out of there and upgrade, otherwise you're kind of screwed.
Okay, so yeah, so I guess the heat indicator is something where as it nears 100%, that's where when you're like, okay, can't go down any further.
Exactly. I mean, you can go down there. It's like being in a, you know those areas in Metroid where you can go through it, but you keep getting burned?
Yeah.
They're not like lava. It's kind of like acid pools or something. It's sort of like that a little bit, but just with heat.
Yeah, because I've heard you kind of mention this is kind of like a Metroidvania meets mining game, right? the way you want to
Yeah,
describe
it's you know, it started out just as like mining, but then I sort of added a Metroidy flair to it with sort of the music and these big bosses and tunnels and things that you have to go to. And there's also sort of almost like a Zelda style. You have to collect pieces of this key that are part of this part of the story that gets you to the end of the game that are in these tunnels after you beat each boss. So it's got a lot of different aspects to it. And actually, if you go all the way to the right in the town, there's even mini games that you can play. I think only one is unlocked at the start.
Well, you know, let's go play some mini games. You know, I've had a hard day of shooting everything I see. You know, I figure I deserve some me time.
Now the only thing about so the first mini game, there's one weird thing about it. The Zerkoid.
Zerkoid.
Sometimes the left key gets stuck. Wait, there are no monsters there. So you just have to go through the you died.
Yeah. I had nothing to kill me. The death continues unabated. There we go. Oh, I just need to find a way to I don't have to shoot anything. Well, I walked.
The human has been neutralized.
Yeah, that's the hardest part, is the control is so small, but it's supposed to be like a real joystick. Actually, the Twitch looks really good. It's not that delayed either. Oh, it's calling me. Ooh, bad. This is like Flappy Bird. We should have done a Flappy Bird. We should have done a Flappy Bird mini game in here.
Oh, there you go. Wait, did I just die from
Human has been
nothing?
neutralized.
Oh, that must be really delayed because you're still alive here.
Yeah, I need to remember to talk like 5 seconds after
The human has been
actually
neutralized.
happened.
Okay, that's how
Like,
you
oh no,
died.
I hit that wall. Yeah.
So when you
Has been neutralized.
when you go to the pit and gamble, sometimes you can win stuff that will fix the other arcade machines.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
see,
then,
all right, here we go. Now our little robot friend is actually using emoticons the right way. See that you can solve your problems by shooting them.
there you go. I don't recommend it all the time, at least. Oh, you have to be connected to Facebook to actually chat in here. That's bad. Yeah, well.
Okay, so
Okay, I connected my Twitch feed to my Facebook. Watch out.
I like teleporting so much you occasionally just teleport back. Just to... So yeah, but with Mines of Mars, like about how long do you like expect sessions to last? Because it seems like it's a little like the way that you're talking is like kind of meant to be maybe a little more, maybe not so much fast paced, but kind of less just sit around and do whatever, and more you have a purpose.
Yeah, I mean, you're following the main storyline. The game, we haven't really even estimated how long it is, but I've been watching people on Twitter playing it, and some people are already over like 12 hours, and they've only got like 30 or 40% of stuff. So it's definitely a long game, but you don't need to rush through, but you should kind of get through just so the monsters don't get too powerful, and then you're needing to upgrade your guns as much as you can anyway. So I guess you got to do what you got to do to get down there. Now, where is my Twitch? Totally lost my Twitch.
One of these treasure chest type things. I like how I don't want to know how I do want to know how treasure chests just kind of wound up embedded in walls.
They actually looked like treasure chests before, like real treasure chests, and I decided to make them more sci-fi looking because it didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, I mean, I guess they're little. If you think about it, they could be little things left by the alien race, little sort of caches of stuff.
There you go. Oh, my
That makes
inventory is full. I'll go back up to the top.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. It says your Twitch is offline. I don't know why, but
Huh.
I'm gonna refresh.
It should be online. It looks like on my end it's online.
Could be me.
Alright, so I've cut some gems, I've smelted my ores.
Time for a boss fight.
Ooh. Do I go fight that big guy?
Yeah, but I can't see what you're doing. Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah, make sure you fill up your ammo. Go to the ammo station next to the regen station.
Actually, let me see if I have any ability to buy some guns or anything.
Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, that mini grenade launcher is pretty cool though. Yeah, go over to the little weird looking building. Well, they're all kind of weird looking, but got your fuel, get your ammo. There you go.
Alright, I double refilled all my ammo just to be sure.
Nice. Man, I still can't see the Twitch. I'm just watching Skype. Oh well. Okay. So yeah, you'll eventually buy a bunch of portals so you can port to different areas in the mine.
Okay.
Oh wait, go to the right. Go to the right.
Go to the right? Okay.
Yeah. Because I think that's where that secret tunnel is. And right there. Right. You have it. It's one of those. Yeah, it's that one or the one right next to it.
Okay, so where do you see where I'm standing right now?
Mm-hmm.
So where do I go? Right or up? Left?
I would go left and down.
Kind of back down where I was?
Yeah, all the way down.
Find this block right here.
Because basically you'll see like a metal corridor pretty soon. It's down there, and you have to unlock it. You have to find something that will unlock that corridor to get inside.
Protected perilous straits. Been here. Have a map or anything? Is there a map or anything, or you just kind of have to figure out where you're going?
There's no map. You just have to figure out where you're going. Although we had thought about doing radar just so you can get back to your portal. Okay, so if you go down there.
Let's remember there's a bunch of like ore and whatnot.
Yeah, lots of iron right there. Yeah, you're gonna see something really soon here. Opal. So that's how regular opal looks.
Now, is there any way to like mine blocks that are above you, or
Yeah, with a gun.
with the gun? Oh,
Except for not, you can't mine mineral blocks with a gun, but you can mine dirt blocks with a gun.
oh, okay. So,
So in order to get, actually, you can mine mineral blocks above you if you have the anti-gravity boots.
ah,
You can actually mine upside down when you get those. Which totally changes everything, because then you can, then you basically don't even need to use jetpack fuel because you can go upside down all the time. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so that is how you have to sort of strategically get minerals.
gotcha. Because you know, it kind of reminds me of. Have you played SteamWorld Dig?
People have, I haven't played it, but people have mentioned that game, and I think is it for the 3DS?
3DS. It's on Steam, and I believe it's coming to the PlayStation platforms as well.
I definitely want to try. I like the art style of it. I watched the video and it looked pretty cool. It looked kind of like cartoony. But it looks really polished too.
Warning.
Okay, there's the... So that's the... Uh-oh.
It's hot, it's hot,
Uh-oh.
I can't get this
Warning.
block beforehand.
Warning.
Oh no.
Warning.
Yeah, so right there's the entrance, but you need a heat shield upgrade first.
Yeah, I'm too hot. That's the problem.
You're just way too hot to get in there.
Oh, that one block is really shiny. I want to go try and get that first. This is like
Yeah, you'll see little glints on those blocks just to help you find them sometimes. But here's a tip for free from me. When you're playing this game, the best thing to do is just to mine straight down. Because that way, if you need to go back up again, you just fly straight up. And then you can make your own little corridors that go off to the right or left. But if you make a really, like a vertical tunnel, it makes it easier to get back up and down again.
Well, that's actually part of the reason why I brought up SteamWorld Dig, because at least as far as I got in that game, it gets very hard to mine anything that's like vertical.
Okay.
So I guess that game kind of has gotten me
to understand that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Try this one more time. If it doesn't load, I'm gonna blame you. Now, should I be hearing music or sound effects of any kind, or no?
On Twitch, you should.
Yeah, I don't hear anything except your voice. It's kind of weird.
You know, I think I know why, because the volume is kind of turned down on the capture card.
Oh.
Could be louder in a bit.
Okay, actually, I see the Twitch now, finally. Cool.
Alright, so I need to keep resistor. Alright, so I need more Opal.
Yep. Luckily, that's all you need. Thankfully.
Robot can help.
And actually, yeah, some of the robots will tell you where to find certain minerals. They'll be like, your next pickaxe needs rhodite. Go down to 148 meters or whatever. What iPad are you playing this on? Is it iPad Air?
It's the mini Retina.
Mini Retina. I still don't have one of those. I should get one.
Very nice. So, I'd be interested to see what the next generation of it does. Just like battery life. I don't really have any complaints about this one, although iOS 7 is very unstable.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what is it? Does it have bad battery life, or is it?
Not really. I think that it's I heard like people say like it's like a little heavier, it's a little heavier, a little thicker, like barely, but compared to the original Mini.
Right. Oh, it's heavier than the Mini.
I think it's like a little slightly heavier. Like I heard someone just like stupidly complain about it, but I don't know. I don't really have any. This is my first Mini that I bought. I really like it.
Probably really good for going on an airplane trip, I bet.
Oh,
The
yeah.
size of
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I used to like bringing actually my Kindle Fire on the plane just because the battery lasted like for 2 months. That was an exaggeration, but it seriously would last so long that I could just put it in my bag and forget about it and always know the battery would be good. And you know, a lot of times, like other Android devices I've had, they'll always be dead. Like, I don't know why, but they're always dead. I have to recharge them. And for some reason, the Kindle Fire was, you know, one of the first ones that had that 7-inch screen size.
Yeah.
The battery is just amazing on it. But yeah, the iPad Mini is that size, and it's just really good for traveling. Anyway, yeah, you got tons of Opal right there. You got all kinds of Opal. Frogs, wildlife. dealer
Yes.
and set up shop. We will add that in the next update.
Give me some of that old man.
We are going to add multiplayer. We're gonna add co-op, and then probably 2 different modes, like survival and then like a sandbox. One thing that we still need to figure out is how we're gonna handle all the armor and stuff like that. Because you'll have to choose your own armor at the beginning.
Interesting. I know this game's planned.
Yeah, it got greenlit on Steam. But the funny thing about that is that the engine that we use is called Corona SDK, and Corona actually doesn't support PC yet.
Huh.
So it was supposed to get PC support like months and months ago, right about the time we got greenlit actually. So we thought it was just going to be quick, and we're still waiting, so we can't put it on PC yet. So now we're releasing it on iOS obviously this week, and Android will come after. And then whoever knows when Corona will support PC. But yeah, it seemed like it was funny because I put a lot of games on the Greenlight program to get them approved, and this was the one that got approved the fastest for some reason.
Well, people love mining games.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could just say, well, it's a mining game, so it got approved. And it seems to have some of those qualities that they like. Atmospheric games seem to do well on Steam. But yeah, I think adding the multiplayer component would make this, like, especially if we were both playing, and fighting the big monsters and stuff would be fun too.
Yeah, because Minecraft lets you fight monsters, but big monsters?
Right. Big bosses. There's some huge bosses in Mines of Mars, and some of them they really take figuring it out to, sort of typical boss fight in that you have to figure out how to kill. Like you might not be able to shoot them with any weapon. You might have to use some other techniques. And the first one is actually fairly easy, obviously, to get you going. But after that, you have to figure out the techniques of these bosses. So did you upgrade your heat shield?
Yeah. I got a much better heat shield, and I'm less hot now.
You're less hot now. Well, that's not a good thing. Well, I guess it is sort of a good thing in this game, but there could be all sorts of jokes about that in this game.
I think this mentioned something about a statue. I guess it's something in the background.
Where's that? See where you are. Sorry.
Here to the left.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I lost it. I was trying to put out some fires on my Twitter account. Okay, so that statue, mine left. You don't even have to. So or not that left, the other left.
Right?
Yeah, mine right. Yeah, I can't see your face anymore. Actually mine down. You want to get to the base of the statue because there's this one block that you need to stand on.
Okay.
See, when most people play this for the first time, they'll be like, oh, there's this crazy statue here. Well, I'm just going to uncover the whole thing. So then when they finish uncovering it, they'll get to this block that you have to stand on. And then we'll see what happens when you actually stand on it.
You're saying I'm not like most people.
Nope, I'm just saying that I'm telling you that you probably would have done that. I would assume that most people would do that because you just said, oh, there's this statue here. You probably would have tried to uncover it.
I would have gotten to it eventually.
So, I mean, yeah, maybe you were a little distracted. There's that block. Watch out. Yeah, you get a lot of those calls that are almost like Zelda.
Mars now, wingdings. I can't respect a person that uses wingdings. I'm sorry.
It's not wingdings. It's actually an alien font. It's not wingdings.
Well, it looks like wingdings to me.
Alright, fine, it's wingdings. It's actually not wingdings. It's an alien language font.
Wait, are you saying aliens are too stupid to use wingdings?
I'm going to take a vow of silence about wingdings.
I just like saying wingdings.
Wait, did you just... Oh, that's right, I'm watching Twitch, which is 5 minutes behind. Okay, never mind.
Oh, it's getting a little more intense here.
Oh, watch out. Oh, yeah. Did you hear a crazy shrieking noise? I can't really hear anything from the game except for you talking stuff.
Well, it appears as if my good old-fashioned group gunslinging has dealt with the monster.
Hey, you killed it with a pistol, that's pretty good.
Feels like there's static electricity. Hang on to them.
Received a bizarre message from an alien.
Yeah, so what will happen
This
is...
frequency.
Oh, I think I just...
No! Where? Oh, you pressed menu?
Yes. That's what the menu button does, folks.
Yep. Well, actually, if you hit continue, there you are. Okay, so anyway, you got a piece of the key, and you'll bring it back to the museum, and you'll see it in the museum. And that's where all the stuff you collect goes to.
Okay. Well, while I'm down here, might as well, see if I can mine some more blocks, eh?
Yeah. Sounds good.
It is called mines in Mars, you know, it's... Mining involves mining in mines.
On Mars.
On Mars?
Yeah, people were saying, I read some comments saying, well, your game isn't good because you don't have infinite planets. I was like, well, okay, so I guess any game about Earth isn't good then.
This game only has Earth. 1 out of 5.
My son agrees.
Earth
Plays too much Starbound.
Your son agrees you need planets. That's what the kids have nowadays. They're tired of just one planet, they want all the planets.
That's right. You can't do a game about Mars anymore, or Earth, or the Moon. It has to be infinite.
What did the moon do for anyone anyway? Tides?
Yeah, who needed that? So what is your next upgrade?
Good question.
Kind of just mining around. Trying to think what you need. You're gonna move on to your next, well, you're gonna keep going deeper. Your heat shield will keep you going for a while, though. But if you get some more, bronze, then you'll be able to get some more stuff. You can get a shotgun next, actually.
Nice.
Shotgun is fun. And cobalt is pretty hard to find, so your cobalt pickaxe will take a little while.
Yeah, I have only one amethyst and I need more cobalt ingots.
Yeah, cobalt's definitely going to be below your, that corridor that you were just in, like further down. But you're already full, so you may as well go back up.
Let's see. I can get that portal next. Need more
Oh.
amethyst.
Oh, really? That's a worthy upgrade.
Panic bin.
watching the Twitch and I was so far behind, and now I realize what you're doing. Okay. Yeah, oh, the defogger. Yeah, once you get that helmet, you'll be able to see a lot more.
Oh.
Your field opens up as you upgrade. Which makes it really spooky in the beginning when you can't see anything.
Yeah, that boss fight was like, what? Where is he? What's going on?
Yeah, so it kind of enhances the mood, if you will. But then it sort of clears up as you go, which will because you're moving so much faster in the end of the game, because you have a really fast jetpack and you have your anti-gravity boots. You need to see in front of you. Oh, something had 3. You had a full recipe of something in there, I saw.
Let's see.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know if I did. I think I might have been.
Maybe you didn't. Could just be my lag.
Portal. Short run.
You gotta get that portal's really.
I think it was the bronze pickaxe,
Okay. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, you're right.
which I already have.
And eventually, when you have the last pickaxe, you get out of the pickaxe and you get drills. And the drills are much faster than the pickaxes.
Very nice.
You can go like, and actually, there's an alien pickaxe that you can find, which is the fastest of all. Because aliens need pickaxes.
Well, when it comes to mining on Mars, I would trust Martian technology.
I would too. And those portals are actually made by the Martians. When your friend there, Mr. what's his name, will tell you about how be careful when you go through those portals because they're created by those aliens and they know how to use them. Well, this particular game is like one of my extreme makeovers, you might say, where it was completely, well, not completely different, but it was a very much more rudimentary version of what it is now, where all the graphics were completely redone by Crescent Moon, and we added a lot of stuff to the design of the game, but, there was a really cool game underneath that sort of transformed into what it is now. With the mining and the story, we added, basically the look of the game and all the corridor elements and the keys and the bosses and some of the item upgrades. So in this case, Crescent Moon actually transformed the game quite a bit. So we were actually pretty involved in the development. The game was sort of finished as Jetpack Miner like a year ago, but then it became Mines of Mars. It sort of morphed into Mines of Mars. So sometimes I'll just publish a game and I don't do anything in the development, but more just marketing and PR type stuff. And then in this case, which is also the case with games like Paper Monsters and Erewhon and Gears, some of my other games where I've totally redone the graphics for a game and changed some of the design. This is one of those instances where I've, gone in there and kind of revamped it a bit, and worked with the developer to, just enhance it as much as possible. So it's kind of more than just publishing; it's actually like co-development in a way.
You gotta take on a lot of things, because as you said, you just gotta publish some games, just kind of get them out there and marketing. But
Right.
There's a lot of games that you do have a big, and I know like the Erewhon series, like Ravensword as well is one you guys had a big role in as well, right?
Yeah, Ravensword is actually developed by Crescent Moon, so that's not really another developer. So it actually is Crescent Moon. And I guess if you think about it, it's really the only one that's truly Crescent Moon. Ravensword. And we do have some other games coming up that will be just Crescent Moon in the future. But yeah, so the original Ravensword was published by Kalingo, as my son just mentioned. To bring up. Yeah, and then but Ravensword Shadowlands was just Crescent Moon.
Yeah, and you've been kind of making some moves on the PC. I'm kind of curious as to what are your thoughts on just how you see PC versus mobile right now.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, we did put out Ravensword on Steam, and you know, it's definitely an interesting experience because it's a totally different crowd that I'm not really used to, and I'm starting to understand more. But you know, they've got, you might say, a little bit higher expectations as they're just playing games like Skyrim and looking at Ravensword and be like, well, why would I play a game that's not 100 hours long? You know, stuff like that. So they have a little bit different expectations, and making a game for PC or Mac, you kind of have to go in with the mindset that you're going to make it for that platform. You can't just try to port something. Mines of Mars is sort of a deeper game anyway, so I think it translates well to PC and Mac. But you know, there was some 3D art.
I was just gonna say, like, even something with like Ravensword, like I guess the what's the word I'm looking for? I guess maybe the sort of perspective and the scale of that game is a little different on mobile versus PC, where it's existing on the same platform as like Skyrim. Like it's a very different product in the way it's perceived by the users.
Right. I mean, we'll still have, you know, when Mines of Mars comes to PC, we'll still have a lot of people. Like I've seen the comments already comparing it to Starbound, and I don't really think it's that similar to Starbound. But you know, we're gonna get people that are, you know, saying, well, I can't play on Infinite World, so it's not good. Stuff like that. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, it's Mines of Mars, so you're on Mars. So you have to accept that when you download it. But yeah, I'm starting to learn a little bit more about how, you know, PC game players, you know, what they like better. And you know, a lot of the games that I've published in the past have been more sort of deeper experiences on the mobile platform. So I'm kind of used to making those types of games, but on the PC, it's like even more so. So, you know, you just have to kind of go in, when you start development, go in with that mindset of the type of game you're going to make.
Now, if you ever make any future Ravensword games, do you ever think that you'd release them on PC?
You know, I think, you know, if it was quite a bit of an upgrade to Ravensword, Shadowlands, like if it was well beyond what was done for Shadowlands, which I think was, you know, got reviewed great on the mobile websites, but not so much on the PC sites. So yeah, it would have to be like, it would have to be able to compete with Skyrim, I think, in order to do that, which is not, you know, not an easy thing for a team of like 5 people. But you never know. I mean, there's another sci-fi RPG that we're working on now. We might try to put on Steam, depending on, you know, how it goes in development.
Yeah, but it's really interesting to hear this sort of thing, just because the fact that there are so many more cross-platform technologies, and it's so much easier to kind of make a game that doesn't necessarily have to exist on just one platform, but still,
right.
You make a mobile game and you take that on PC, you know, it can be the exact same game, but the perception of it is just so much different. And Mines of Mars would be interesting to see, you know, when if that ever does come to PC, you know, it'd be interesting to see how people kind of take to it, because, yeah, as you said, there's games like Starbound now, but still, that kind of 2D mining type game seems to be a rather popular genre, and it seems like the kind of thing that could, you know, it could definitely find a crowd of people that love it for what it is.
Yeah, and I think, it's got a lot of content now, and if we add more things like multiplayer and different modes and things like that, I think it could really expand out and definitely find an audience. Because right now, at least on iOS, you don't have a ton of options. You've got Blockheads, Terraria, Minecraft. I mean, what else?
Junk Jack?
And Junk Jack. Yes, Junk Jack's a really good one. But I mean, as far as what else, there isn't a ton compared to what's on PC. So, I think this... Well, actually, Junk Jack does have a sci-fi theme now. I haven't played the sci-fi version of it. I don't think it's like Mines of Mars, though.
No, there's Junk Jack X, which is kind of the sequel. Yeah, there's definitely like a sci-fi component to that.
Right, and that's not... I don't think Junk Jack was ever really story-based either, as far as I know.
No, not really, I don't think.
I think it had...
Junk Jack X, I don't think it really was meant to be that sort of thing.
Right, and that's where I think Mines of Mars differs from these other games, that it has like a really... like a strong storyline that you follow to get to the end of it. And the other ones are more like procedural experiences, and that it could be completely random every time you play. This is procedural in the fact that the world is random, but the story is always the same every time. The story that we created.
Yeah, that's where I think the response would be interesting in that. But yeah, that it's not exactly that it's doing something different because it's got that story. It's kind of meant to be that more Metroidvania type thing versus just here's another endless mining game.
Right, and I guess the other thing is that the graphical style of it is quite a bit different than most of the procedural games. It sort of has this weird kind of photo collage style to it, which is almost a little bit like Waking Mars, actually.
Yeah, another Martian game.
Yeah, who knew? I know. That's an old game too now. It's like 2 or 3 years old, I think.
Yeah, that one came out on Steam. I don't know how well that one was received, but I think because that one was a little more of a original experience, I might have helped it out a bit. In terms of, like, it's not something that compares well to other genres, because as you said, Mines of Mars is a game that does compare. It's easy to compare it to other games in its genre, but Waking Mars is more of like an adventure type game.
Yeah, what are the controls on the PC for that? Because I know there's sort of like swipe on the mobile.
I don't know. I mean, I imagine you could do that. I need to fire that up and see how it works.
Yeah, me too. I'm curious. I mean, I wonder if it's like point and click, or if it's like WASD, or if it's, I'm curious. But yeah, Mines of Mars is basically just dual stick right now. We may add another control scheme if people get upset about this one. But so far, I mean, most people that have played it have seemed fine with the control scheme, which is pretty easy to mine and everything. Although, some kind of auto mine feature would be cool too. Like, I think Blockheads has something like that.
It's kind of flying around right now.
Yeah, you'll notice fly down.
Now we got into the weird columns.
Yeah, that's there's these old Martian ruins, but sometimes at night you'll see ghosts on the surface, and that plays into the storyline. The deeper you go, you'll find out what that's all about. It's not about an Ice Cube movie either. It just so happened that there were ghosts on Mars, but it wasn't supposed to be a play on that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, we've been streaming for almost an hour here. I think that'd be a good. Don't want to reveal too much about the game.
Just show the whole game.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, but Josh, thanks so much for taking part in the stream with me. And yeah, this game will be out. Thursday. Thursdays when we say it is, but Wednesday at midnight in your time zone, or earlier, depending on where you are. Whenever games release, that's when it will be out on Thursday/Wednesday. Unless you've pulled some shenanigans and want to make me look like a liar.
Nope, at least as far as I know, it'll be out tomorrow night. I think it's usually 11 p.m. on EST time zone, although sometimes it takes a while on the device to show up.
It's
Um,
usually for me, it's like 10 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Pacific. I think it's because of Atlantic time. Thank you, Puerto Rico.
you go. So yeah, it'll be out tomorrow night. I'll probably be tweeting promo codes all day or something
Okay, cool.
tomorrow.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. Follow Josh on Twitter at cm_games. I believe is what it is, right?
Yep, you got
Cool.
it.
Yeah. Follow him, cm_games. Follow us on Twitter at 148 apps, and follow us on Twitch, of course. Learn when we go live next. We'll be streaming more games in the near future. Josh, thanks again. Hope to have you on again sometime.
Thanks, Carter. And that was definitely a good old mining time. Thank you.